Hey guys, Sergio here with Tech Overclock. In today's video I just want to share what I am doing with my computer. Take a look at this disgusting mess. This is gross and I feel sorry for my fans. These are the Bardar F4 120ER 2200 RPM fans. I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and it's dusty in here. It's so dusty in this city. All of my fans are like that. Take a look at this one, but take a look at this other fan. This is the exhaust fan. Now my computer, it's already been a year, I believe, maybe more than a year or maybe less. I'm close to there. I'll put the exact date when I finish this build in the description right here on the screen. For my custom loop, I got a 240 intake in here. As you can see it at the top, I have a 360, and at the bottom I got a 120 millimeter radiator in here. So the loop goes, reservoir goes to the CPU block, and from the CPU block goes up to the 360 millimeter radiator, and then it comes down to the graphics card, comes down to the 120 millimeter radiator here, comes out, goes to the 240, and from the 240 comes right back up to the reservoir here. The advantage of having a custom loop, it's amazing when you have low temperatures. And the cons of having a custom loop, it's that pretty much you are locked. You really can't be swapping your components all the time as you wish. As an example, me, this is the first time that I'm taking it apart again. Like I said, it's been a year, almost a year. It's very annoying, and mostly like me, that I am a YouTuber and I want to be testing other graphics cards and stuff like that. With a custom loop like this, I can't. I'm limited because it takes a few hours to change the liquid cooling and whatnot. It takes at least 2 or 3 days for the bubbles to come out of the loop, and it's very annoying. If you're thinking of getting a custom loop, think ahead. I mean, it's kind of annoying. It looks beautiful, you know what I mean? It looks beautiful, it looks gorgeous, but it is a holdback. Like, you really can't be swapping your components all the time. It has to be, you know, it has to take some time. As an example, if I wanted to get the 1080 Ti, I'll have to take out the whole loop apart. Well, actually, just unplug this, unplug that, drain the whole loop, and get the graphics card out, get the other graphics card in, buy the back plate for it. It's just a little bit of a hassle too, if I make sense. Also, the dust, you have to at least take apart your loop every 6 months, and I didn't do mine. Like I said, I haven't touched mine in a year because my temperatures have been great. My liquid is doing perfectly fine, cooling the CPU, the graphics card. My GPU on these summer days, it stays around 50, you know what I mean, 50, and it never reaches 60 or 55. It stays between 48 to 53, 54 Celsius. The CPU is very cool. It stays between 55 and 60. For being an i7 5820K, these chips are hot. Trust me, when I used to have the all-in-one coolers, water coolers in here, this CPU would go up to the 80s, 83 Celsius with any cooler that I would throw in there. So that's why, that is the reason why I went ahead and did the custom loop, because I wanted lower temperatures. Take a look at the front in here. A lot of dust. I mean, it's only dust, it's the fine dust. It's not, you know, cat hair all over the radiator. There's no dog hair or those nasty buildups in there. It's just the fine dust that makes it through the filters. Now guys, at the top of my 360 millimeter radiator, I'm using 3 of these, 3 120s, and it helps with the fine dust. So I am thinking of putting some on these 2 right here. I got a few of them. These are magnetic. I am thinking of using the other 2 that I got in there. Actually, these are 140 millimeter. I'm sorry, and they go over the fan very good. And I am thinking of doing the same thing, like I said, in front, to try to detain more of that fine dust that is able to make it through. Now guys, this is a cooling that I'm using, the Mayhem's pastel white. I am using this one, and so far guys, it has been doing a fantastic job. As you can see right here, nice and white. Now guys, I did notice one thing. I don't know if you can see that. When I first built this custom loop, the water used to be all the way up here, you couldn't see it. So within a year it has come down to this much. Why, I have no clue. Probably evaporate, but from where? I mean, I am not leaking anywhere. So if any of you guys have any idea why, I mean, I am going to do my Google research right now. It has been a year, and barely on the last 6 months I started noticing, I started seeing the little line in here, and then it started coming down all the way to here. So within 6 months I started noticing that it started going down. So probably it's time to change it. But I got this here, and I have another one in there, so I got 2 liters extra. Now the expiration date, I just noticed that right now. I've never seen this before, but this is right here: sell by 25/10 or March 25th of 2020, and use by 10/25th of 2023. So man, I can keep this thing for quite some time still. So if this is like your first time building a custom loop, I recommend this one. This is my first time. This is my first custom loop that I ever did. Talking about mine, do I really want to take it apart and redo the whole thing? Not really. I mean, I have another computer, and it's not like I'm gonna be without a computer. It's just a hassle. It's just kind of annoying. I am not really into custom cooling, like, you know, Jay's 2 cents and some other enthusiasts out there doing these crazy bands and stuff like that. Not really. I am not into that kind of stuff. When someone asks me, you know, for being their first time, should I go with hard tubing? My answer is, if you have a lot of money, yeah, because you're probably going to screw up a whole bunch of tubing. So this right here is the easier way to go. It looks more realistic to a custom loop. As an example, a car, you know, it looks like this. That not like this, but you get the concept. You know, the hose is going from the radiator to the water pump and the motor and yada yada. I mean, this is a computer, I know, I understand that, but me personally, I am not a big fan of, you know, straight lines and squares and going like this and like that. It looks beautiful to some people. To me, I'd rather see water cooling loops with the hoses. I appreciate it better. I don't know why. Probably I'm old school. Alright guys, this was just a rambling video about my custom loop and, you know, the build-up dust. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit dusty. It didn't impact my temperature, so I'm not complaining about that. It's just that I wanted to clean it. You know, it kind of sucks to see my components dusty. I really hate that, and I can't believe I led a whole year without cleaning my computer. So big slap on the hand. Don't do that again. Alright guys, now I am getting on out of here. I am rambling way too much.